It's 6:30 in the morning. I'm sipping coffee, staring out my kitchen window. And there she is, Lydia, our HOA tyrant, sliding a key into my front door like she owns the place. The lock clicks, the door creaks open, and this woman, who's been making our lives hell for months, steps inside with this smug little grin like she's just won the lottery. But then my wife, Sarah, steps out from the hallway, holding a piece of paper that stops Lydia dead in her tracks. Her face goes white, like she's seen a ghost, and I'm standing there, jaw on the floor, wondering how my life turned into a freaking thriller movie. Let me back up. I'm Mike Daniels, just a regular guy, a city building inspector who thought moving to Willow Creek, this picture-perfect suburb with its neat lawns and white picket fences, was going to be our ticket to a quiet life. Sarah and I, we were thrilled. New house, fresh start, maybe even a kid on the way someday. But we didn't know we'd landed next door to Lydia Harper, the HOA president who thinks she's the queen of the cul-de-sac. It started small, you know. Day one, she's at our door, all smiles, handing us this binder of rules thicker than a phone book. We keep Willow Creek pristine, she says, like she's selling us on some utopian dream. I'm thinking, cool, standards are fine. I'm all about order me jobs, literally making sure buildings don't fall down. But 3 days later, we get our first violation notice. Our freaking mailbox is leaning half an inch off regulation. Half an inch. I'm a guy who measures rebar for a living, so I check it. And yeah, she's technically right. I fix it, grumbling, figuring it's a one-off. Gotta keep the peace, right? Wrong. A week later, another notice: our trash cans were out 10 hours too early. Not a week, not a day, 10 hours. I'm starting to think Lydia's got a ruler and a stopwatch glued to her hands, but I let it slide, thinking she's just a control freak with too much time. Then it gets weird. I'm up early one morning, and there's Lydia creeping around my front yard with this massive key ring, trying key after key in our lock, muttering about community access rights. My stomach drops. Those keys have tags, addresses, like she's got a master set for the whole damn neighborhood. Sarah's next to me, peering through the blinds, and she's not scared. She's focused, like she's sizing Lydia up. Is she trying to break in? She whispers, but her voice has this edge, like she's already 3 steps ahead. I'm like, call the cops, babe, but Sarah's grabbing her notebook, scribbling down everything times what Lydia's wearing, the way she's snapping pics of our driveway like it's crime scene. I'm freaking out, but Sarah? She's cool as ice. I storm outside, fed up. Lydia, what the hell are you doing? She spins around, not even embarrassed, just pissed I caught her. Emergency inspection, she says, waving her key ring like it's a badge of honor. Your yard's out of compliance, paint's the wrong shade. Shrubs are unapproved. I'm looking at our perfectly normal house, thinking, lady, you need a hobby. But she's got this whole system: clipboards, forms, photos, like she's running a CIA op. I tell her she's got no right to break into our house, and she hits me with, I have emergency authority. I'm doubting myself for a second. Does she? Is there some HOA fine print I missed? That's when Sarah steps out, and man, she's a force. 5'5", but she's radiating this quiet menace. Lydia, she says, sweet as venom, I'd love to see that emergency authority paperwork. Lydia stammers, it's internal, homeowners don't get to see it, but Sarah's ready. Actually, state law says any HOA claim over private property needs transparent documentation. So, show me the board minutes, the insurance policy, the legal basis. I'm staring at my wife like, who are you? She's a paralegal, sure, but this is next level. Lydia's face goes pale. She mutters some nonsense about obstructing community business and storms off, leaving us a notice demanding an interior inspection in 48 hours. That night, I'm lying in bed, replaying Lydia's key ring in my head, when I hear it scratching at our door 11 p.m. I creep to the window, and there's Lydia again, But now she's got lock-picking tools, like she's auditioning for a heist flick. My hands are shaking as I wake Sarah. She's back, and she's got burglary gear. Sarah's up in a flash, no sleep in her eyes, like she was waiting for this. Call 911. Start recording, she says, already checking the doorframe for scratches. The dispatcher's skeptical. You sure it's not a family member? And I'm like, lady, my family doesn't moonlight as cat burglars. By the time the cops show up, Lydia's vanished into the night, but Sarah's got photos, timestamps, everything. She's building a case, and I'm starting to wonder what's up with my wife. Next morning, we're swapping out our locks when Lydia rolls up with some poor contractor in tow, waving more paperwork about structural safety checks. The guy looks like he'd rather be anywhere else. She says it's for compliance, he mumbles, but Sarah shuts it down. If you touch that lock, you're committing criminal property damage. I'm recording, and I'll file charges. The guy packs up faster than you can say lawsuit, telling Lydia, I'm not going to jail for your HOA nonsense. Lydia's livid, screaming about her emergency powers, but Sarah's relentless, demanding legal proof Lydia can't produce. Then Lydia says something that hits me like a punch. You think you can run from your past, Mike? People like you always pay for what you've done. I'm floored. What's she talking about? Does she know me from somewhere? That's when a cop pulls up Officer Greg Turner, looking exhausted, like he's dealt with Lydia before. Mrs. Harper, we've been over this, he says. Turns out, Greg's her brother-in-law, married to Lydia's sister, and he's stuck cleaning up her messes. She's got no authority to mess with your locks, he admits, and I catch this flicker of shame in his eyes. Lydia's screaming, Greg, you're supposed to back me up, but he's done. Lydia, you're crossing lines you can't uncross. She storms off, but not before hissing at me. This is about Ethan Caldwell. You ruined him, and I'm making it right. Ethan Caldwell. The name hits like a brick. 3 years ago, I cited him for cutting corners on a construction site, shoddy materials, faked certifications, the kind of stuff that could have killed workers. He went to prison, died in a fight 6 months later. Was Lydia connected to him? Sarah's quiet that night, scrolling through her laptop, and I finally ask, Babe, how do you know all this legal stuff? And what's with the Ethan Caldwell thing? She hesitates, then says, I've been digging into Lydia's background. Something's off. She moved here right after Ethan's death, bought her house in cash. No trace of her before that. I'm getting chills. You think she's not who she says she is? Sarah nods. I think she's Ethan's widow, and this is revenge. My head's spinning. Our HOA president's been stalking us over a 3-year-old inspection. It all comes to a head one morning. I'm at the kitchen window, heart racing, as Lydia marches up with a crew 6 guys, professional gear, moving like they're raiding a drug den. She's got a shiny new key, and it works. The door swings open, and she steps inside, grinning like she's won. I'm yelling for Sarah, but she's gone. House feels empty. Lydia's crew spreads out, snapping pics, measuring stuff, like they're cataloging our lives. I'm about to lose it when Sarah appears from the hallway, calm as ever, holding a document that makes Lydia freeze mid-step. Lydia Caldwell, Sarah says, voice like steel, this is your arrest warrant. Lydia's clipboard hits the floor, her keys scatter, and she's just standing there, mouth open, like her whole world's crashing. Sarah lays it out. You're under arrest for criminal harassment, stalking, and conspiracy to intimidate federal witnesses. Federal witnesses? I'm reeling, but Sarah's in control. Turns out, she's not just a paralegal, she's a federal investigator with the FBI's construction fraud unit, assigned to protect me after my inspection took down Ethan's network. Lydia's not just his widow. She was his partner in a multi-state scam, rigging buildings with cheap materials, bribing inspectors, pocketing millions. My report blew it all open, and she's been targeting me and 11 other inspectors ever since. Greg shows up with 2 other cops, cuffs Lydia while she's still babbling about community standards. Her crew bolts, but the keys on our floor? They're tagged with addresses of other families she's terrorized. The fallout's brutal. Lydia's lawyer leaks a fake audio of me threatening Ethan, painting me as a corrupt inspector who hounded him to his death. My voice, clear as day, saying, "I'll ruin you, Caldwell, your business, your life." It's everywhere news, social media. My mailbox spray-painted with crook. My boss suspends me. Reporters camp outside, and I'm doubting myself that I go too far. Sarah's the only one keeping it together, running forensic analysis that proves the audio's a deep fake stitched together from city meeting recordings. She's been building a case against Lydia's network for years, and I was her assignment until she fell in love with me. 6 months later, I'm at the White House, getting a Medal of Public Integrity from the president himself. Lydia is doing 25 years. Her network's busted 12 states, 43 contractors, $60 million in fraud. Sarah's transferred to the local FBI office, and we're working through the trust issues in therapy. Our neighbors, who shunned us during the media storm, now throw us a block party, acting like we're war heroes. But the real win? Letters from workers whose lives I saved by catching Ethan's shortcuts. Families who still have their dads because I did my job. Looking back, I'm still processing Sarah's double life, the way she loved me while protecting me. It stings, but she chose to stay, to build a real life with me. Lydia thought her keys gave her power, but she opened the wrong door right into her own downfall. So what do you think? Was justice served? Or did Lydia have a point about bureaucracy ruining lives? Drop your wildest neighbor stories in the comments. I want to hear how you've survived your own HOA nightmares. Hit that like button if you felt the same satisfaction I did when Lydia's empire crumbled. And I'll catch you in the next video. Keep your doors locked, folks, and your neighbors honest.